I've been to a little place, check it out. No more information necessary. If you know what this is, you know where I've been. London. Come and join me. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing. I've been to a really amazing place, very exciting for my family and I to head over to London. We plan to stay there for 2 days, staying one night. Little cute boutique hotel that my husband found. And you know, tourists, we've never been there, so we really plan to enjoy the sights. We are going to stay in the main area of London where all the sights are. And I knew that there were some fabric shops around the area. I knew about Liberty, of course. That was my main goal. At some point, I was going to sneak over there, leave my husband and my son doing other things, and I was going to go there and enjoy because I've been watching people do vlogs there for a long time. Come shopping with me to Liberty. And I was like, I want to go too. So I've actually done it. And I'm going to share the fabrics I got there and what my experience was. But I'm also going to share with you a little bit about our trip to London. One thing happened that hadn't happened in a while, I think, from what I heard people say, is that it snowed. You know, we were going to leave one morning very early before sunrise. And I woke up in the night and I just looked outside and it was full on snowing. Amazing. I hadn't been in a snowy place, I don't know. I don't even know. When I used to live in Michigan in the early 90s, it used to snow all the time. And then I've been a couple of times to the snow in Chile in the mountains, but it hadn't been snowing when I went there. So it was really nice to see the snow. And we made it to the train station really, really early in the morning. We're super early at the train station here in Cambridge, and we're going to head to London now. It's still sort of dark. Sunrise hasn't happened. But if you look behind me, it's all white. It's because it snowed last night, and it's so beautiful. It's all white. It's not that thick. It's just like that much on the floor. But it's absolutely gorgeous. I hadn't seen snow in so many years. So this is so cute. Everything around the train station was beautiful, lots of lights. I got a picture there around this round structure. I think it was the Christmassy thing they haven't taken down yet, but it was absolutely gorgeous. Now, I filmed a lot on my camera with my microphone and everything. I think I had about 8 clips that I unfortunately lost. Whenever there's something like that has happened, I've never gotten the footage back, and that was the case. So I was super devastated because I filmed quite a lot of funny things, you know. Anyway, footage is gone, but I still have some images and things to share with you. This is mainly about the Liberty experience, of course. You know, we took a lot of the trains and then the underground, super nice on the tube. At the time that we got there, it wasn't peak hours, not crowded at all. It was surprising to me, though, that the voice on the train says that there are pickpockets on the train, guard your belongings. And I was like, oh my gosh, where are the pickpockets? Never saw anything. But that was surprising to me that the voice on the train said that. We got off at Westminster, which is like the main place where everyone gets off. So many tourists there. I mean, we were one of them, of course. I assume in the summer it's worse. It was winter, but in London there was no snow at all. It was full on sun, not a cloud in the sky, just beautiful, beautiful sunny, just amazing, but freezing though. Right at that intersection where you see everything, right there on Westminster Bridge, we have the Big Ben, and you can see the London Eye and all the beautiful buildings. We spent quite a while there taking family photos. This is where I filmed a lot and I lost that. So sorry. But yeah, it was amazing to be there, and we spent quite a bit there. The bridge, super nice to cross. There were lots of people doing photo shoots there. Not professional photo shoots, but people with amazing cameras doing stuff like that. There was a man playing the bagpipes. Let me share with you what I was wearing. What I was wearing here for these 2 days, because I wore the same thing both days. I didn't take any luggage. I was wearing my Bridget trousers from Love Notion, stripy pants in a really heavy double knit, black and white, super classic. And on top of that, I had my Breckenridge top from Love Notions. Now, the Breckenridge top is the pattern that is the feature Friday today. That means it's only $6 for one day today. I still have my athletic knit t-shirt. That one's going on strong. And I've worn that one to work out. I've just worn it so much. And especially this winter that passed over there in Brazil, I'd wear it over a thermal layer and do my workouts, and I was super nice. and I was feeling really comfortable. It has a Headley placket that's easy to sew. I've shown you how to do that on my channel. And then you have lengths and sleeve options. I've made it for summer, I've made it for winter, and the version that I brought over here to my trip is the red sweater knit version. I've worn this one in the winter quite a lot as well. It's so nice because it's a really lightweight sweater knit that's super warm. The neckline is nice and open here, it's not low, but I can just make myself warm with a scarf so I don't get extra hot. And it looks super nice, little metal buttons. I've worn this one when I've gone to Chile in the winter, and that's what I was wearing over here. Now I'm going to show you some footage here close to the London Eye area where the tickets are. That's where I filmed that. I found a place where there was barely anyone walking by, and I filmed my outfit for you there. Big Ben at the back, all the sights, super nice. And then in the afternoon, I got the coolest shot. If you're from London, you know that on the main streets, there's a little area in the middle where you can stop, and one direction, the other direction right there. I thought that would be a nice place because there's no one walking there, and all you would see are cars or buses. So I went ahead and got some footage right there with my Love Notions outfit, the Bridget pants and the Breckenridge sweater. So nice to have the buses pass, the red buses. I think that shot turned out super cute, and my husband was right there next to the phone. A bit windy, keeping it still. So yeah, that was nice. I hope I've inspired you to get this pattern. It's a really nice one, and it's always great to get it for only $6. Find my affiliate link at the top of the comment section and in the description box. If you use my link, you don't pay anything extra. It just means that if you click it, I will get a commission later in the next month. That's one way I make an income creating helpful content here on YouTube. So we crossed over to see all the surrounding areas of the London Eye, which was closed for repairs. Then I saw what the price was, and I thought I wouldn't have gone on it anyway. Everything was pretty pricey in London. I was surprised because there were so many attractions there that are free, of course, but the paid ones, they had quite high prices. I was not going to go on the London Eye. If you recall my experience at Christmas in Cambridge, I went up that little Ferris wheel. This other thing is huge. So yeah, there was no way I was going on that. On that other side, we went walking around a park called Whitehall Park, and yeah, we got lost a little bit going into the city just randomly. We didn't really have a plan, which bugged me a little bit because I like having plans. But then we made it back to the other side again. We went back and forth. We walked so much. We went across the Hungerford Bridge. So nice there. Not many people at that time, and it was really beautiful. You could see the water down there and all the sights. It's freezing day, but it's so nice. The weather. Look, not a cloud in the sky. And when you get the sun, it does heat you up a little bit, but it's still like freezing. Another place we saw from the outside only because the entrance fee was super high as well was Westminster Abbey. And now I'd seen all of this online, the royal weddings and such. So I'd seen all of that. Now it was really nice to see it up close up front. There was a lovely little gift shop next to it. We spent a long time browsing in there. Really high quality souvenirs. We didn't get anything. More about other types of souvenirs, I'll let you know later. And the other goal was to make it to Buckingham Palace. So that was a long walk. We went through the Green Park, I believe it's called. Huge park, lovely, lots of dogs, lots of families. And we finally made it to Buckingham Palace. Super impressive, the size of the gates and everything, the monument that's in front, golden statue on the top, very impressive. And we got to see some guards doing their thing. It wasn't the official one because we got there a little bit late. So the ceremony they did there was a little shorter, but it was still super interesting to see. And it's a nice, if you go to London, you can't miss looking at the Buckingham Palace. It's pretty impressive. Then we walked over to the area that surrounds the Piccadilly Circus. This big shopping area, amazing. I would have spent days and days there. We went to a Lego shop that was out of this world. I'd been to big Lego shops before, but this one was another planet. It was 2 stories. It was just amazing. I think I was the only adult that got footage inside a Lego car because it was just kids getting in there and their parents taking their photos. But I'm an adult and I went in there because it was really cool. My son filmed me. And just lots and lots of lovely places. We had lunch there. We went to Chinatown. And now this in the afternoon was when I decided to branch out on my own, and my husband and son went off and did other things, and we were just set to meet in a place at a certain time, which I think is the best thing when you're in a family group or a group and everyone has different interests. It's just better to do it that way, I think, than dragging all of them over to Liberty, which they had zero interest in. And the places they went to, I had zero interest as well. Let's head over to Liberty of London. I got there around 4 p.m. It was close to sunset, and I think they closed at 5 or 6. I don't know. I was going to take my time as long as I needed. I knew I had at least an hour to be there. I think I was probably in there for 40 minutes or so. I took my time to look around, and I wanted to buy one piece of fabric. That was my goal. If I could find one, I would be happy. I've seen vlogs where people go and just browse and then leave with nothing. And I always think, how? How? So yeah, my goal was to get one, and let's see what happened over there. Check it out where I am. Liberty. I came here, it's almost sunset. I think it closes in about an hour. Hopefully I have time to browse, and I'm gonna buy one piece. Even if it's really expensive, I just want one piece as a souvenir from this place. Check out the lift. It's all wooden here. It's very nice, very fancy. I think floor 3 is where the haberdashery is, so I hope I'm in the right place. I've seen so many people make videos in this place, and I'm finally here. Tana lawn cotton, lovely. I'm gonna see if I find the print that I like, because these too floral, too tiny prints sometimes are not my thing, but we shall see. Look at this beautiful little bag right there. So nice. Bags, £25. It's like a canvas material, pretty thick, pretty heavy. So this is something I would like, because I think it would pair well with denim. That would be something I'd really be interested in. Same as that one right there. I really like the burgundy right here on the background, the pink colors. Between that and that, strong contenders. Super helpful that you have the cost, the price right there. That is nice. Here is more Tana lawn, really nice prints as well. Wow, you would love it here. I knew this was a touristy destination for me, even if I end up just buying one piece of fabric. Silk, £75 a meter. Luckily for me, I don't like any of the prints. Look, this is the only one I could like because it's got navy. It's a more subdued one. I like those tones of blue as well, but all the rest, not my style at all, too colorful. Check out these ones that have like peacock type print on them, the feathers, you know. Here they have more silk, more of the peacock going on over here. I find £75 a meter quite a stretch for me. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. I mean, I could, but would I feel good? I don't know. Now, why are these silks in a different place here? This is super nice. This is a silk. I like this one a lot. That is a really nice one, in my opinion. I mean, it's all personal preference. I used to like florals a lot. So if you do really like the florals, there's so much here for you. I'm drawn more to abstract things right now, you know, taste change, everything. So I have seen quite a few prints that I like. There are a lot of fabrics on sale, so I'm going to have a really good look to see if I can find one of those. I know I'm going to feel better if I find fabrics on sale. But there's one that I really like, but I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, it's a really great experience. The best thing is it's pretty busy, so no one has come to ask me anything, which is the best thing. I've sort of just been left alone. And that is just the best thing because I've been able to enjoy. Like this one stood out to me. I'm not sure what this is, but I like this one. Autumn Forest. I really like this one. But I'm not sure what type of fabric it is. I would have to ask. A fabric that was here that I really liked. It's a rayon, which is awesome. I should have known it was a rayon. Yeah, there's quite a few more and the cost is £20 a meter. So I think that is very acceptable for me. Check out this print right here with the vibrant greens. I love that one. That is very nice. See, these little tiny florals here that I see on the top, not attracted to those at all for some reason. Okay, here are some that are discounted, some silks that are down from 75 down to 50 if you're able to see right. Some cottons that were 29 are now 20. I really hope I can like one of these over here. Here's a Tana lawn that I liked. That's on sale. I really love the blues and that Fendi sort of color and beige. I think that is really pretty. I think I'm going to get a little bit of that. I'm going to love these so much. They're going to go over denim beautifully. Oh, that rayon is just amazing. So is this. I don't think I did too bad my first trip and I found two that I liked. I mean, I saw more, but let's be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to pay for two. I'm going to be happy. So let me show you my mini haul. Check out this cute little baggie they gave me. I'm so happy with the bag. I'm going to keep it because it's really nice. It's like a souvenir, I suppose. The young man that was helping me get the fabrics and cut them was so nice, so lovely. He asked me where I was from because obviously I told him where I was from. He's like, I've always wanted to go to those places. Anyway, this is the little bag of fabrics. I actually didn't know that Liberty made rayon fabrics. I just thought it was cottons and silks because that's what I've mainly seen from people sharing their hauls and things. Now, all the silks, I thought I would get 1 meter of silk. I can make a very simple tank top or blouse with a very short sleeve. But luckily for me, I didn't like any of them enough for me to buy them. If I was going to pay £75, I had to love it. And I didn't have that feeling with any of the silks. So that was good. And then I saw all the patterns on sale. And this rayon fabric or viscose is so nice. It feels actually silky. It has a slight sheen to it, but it is rayon. And I got 1.5 meters of this blue and green and gray. I love the abstract of it. It looks like a piece of art. So lovely. Not common to see things like this at Liberty because I would say 90% of everything there is florals, which I knew, but I always was hoping maybe I will like one of the florals. I'm not that into florals right now. I have been, but just right now at this stage of my life and whatever, I'm more into things like this. And this is lovely. This would make a lovely shirt. With 1.5 meters, I can make quite a few things. I can make a sleeveless shift dress. I can make a shirt with short sleeves and a collar and collar stand. I know I have enough fabric for that. So there's a lot of things I can do with 1.5 meters. And this was £20 a meter. It was discounted. So I thought that was great value for the quality. Then I found this Tana lawn, cotton, 100%, really lovely. It seems to me like it sort of built windows and doors or something that repeats itself in a non-traditional stripe pattern. So I really like that. And I love the tones of blues and grays and beige. Love it. I mean, I got both in blue tones. Not that I planned it, but I think these are going to look amazing with denim. And I love my jeans and my denim skirts and all of that. So it's going to be amazing and a great souvenir of my stay over here. But at Liberty, such a nice experience. I hope I can make it there again before I go back home. To go to the hotel, we went to the underground station, Oxford Circus, and this was peak hour around 7 p.m. Then we got the full underground experience. I'm talking about, like that. Yeah. I've been in those experiences in the metro in Santiago. It gets like that, the same. But luckily, it was only a few stops and we were out of there in the hotel super early-ish. Dead. I mean, 28,000 steps or something. It was about 20 kilometers that we walked that first day. And we're not walking with sneakers. We're walking with boots. So it was, yeah, our feet were aching, all of us. We went to bed. We slept for like 10 hours. It was that much. And the next day was a little bit more chill. My son had other plans with a friend. We had plans only to go to the British Museum, which is somewhere you have to go. It's amazing. Now, I don't have the opportunity to go to many museums. In fact, I hadn't been in such a high quality museum since the Auckland Museum, which we used to go to all the time with my son. And it's a free attraction. I mean, you can't miss it. It's amazing. Split up sometimes, or we stayed together with my husband, but it was just so amazing to see some things like the Rosetta Stone, the moai from the Easter Island, which is actually a part of Chile, was there. They had, I'm not sure if it was a replica, it was real. Most of the things in the museum were real, but I enjoyed seeing everything in detail. We spent hours and hours in there. The main hall where there's a gift shop there, beautiful. I'm going to show you what I got there. We are the type to get magnets for the fridge. We have our fridge covered in magnets. I know it's not the most elegant thing, but we don't care. So we got a few magnets there from the museum, and one that has a Rosetta Stone. I also got some magnets on the street, but the most important souvenir I got from the museum is this. I got this tote bag, shopping bag. It's made out of 100% cotton canvas. It's amazing. And the print here comes from artwork. It had the tag there. I haven't memorized it, but it's artwork from the 1700s that was inspired for this tote bag. So they sold lots of tote bags and other items with this type of print. And I think it's really nice. And I'm saying I don't like florals, but I do like it for a cushion. So what I'm going to do when I get back home is unstitch this tote bag, and I'm going to make 2 cushions out of it. I'm going to leave the floral bits for the front. And then I think I'm going to get some green linen to make the rest of the cushion. And it's going to be an amazing souvenir from the museum without being an actual souvenir from the museum. And I like it. It's going to have meaning. We spent a lot of good time there. My husband, when we walked into an area that has a whole bunch of books, almost up to the roof, he was like in heaven. He's an academic, and if he could have access to a library like that, he would be so happy. So it was a great time at the museum. And the cool thing was that when we got out of the museum, the weather had completely shifted, because when we went in the morning, it was a little bit sunny. It was sunny with a few clouds. When we got out, there was snow everywhere. So that happened while we were in there, and it was such a shock. Everyone was so happy in London. The kids were playing. I got a little bit of a footage. I got some footage outside of the museum. Yeah, it was really nice. Now, another place I went to with my husband, I really don't know the area, but there was a canal with narrow boats. And because it'd been snowing and everything, part of the area there of the water under the bridge was sort of frozen on the top, which was interesting to see. And what we were going to see there was a bookstore on the water on one of those boats called Words on the Water. That was really quirky and cute, and I filmed it. That was probably the only time I'll ever get into one of these boats, because when else would I be able to get on a boat like that? So we went in there, we spent some time browsing. It was really warm. They had a fireplace and a couch. It was very cute, quirky place. It was a nice little fun place that I wasn't expecting to see in London. Thank you for spending some time with me today. The roundups will continue. I still have 2 more to share and other content coming your way during this month. Make sure you subscribe. Don't miss out on all the fun here at Lifting Pins and Needles. And don't forget to check out the Breckenridge Henley. See you soon. Bye.